All right, Arizona lawyer Julie Lebenz. I'm here with Alan May, and this is part 2 of this video series where I wanted to go a little more in depth into Alan's story and share more of the details because there's much more to it than what we talked about last time. And where we're at right now is we talked about getting through the divorce, and then you're working your parenting plan, right? It's a court-ordered plan. Maybe every other weekend, a night or two during the week, you got the holidays, school breaks, and you're starting to work that plan, which of course, the parents have contact with each other. You're talking about what's going on with your kid, if they get sick, scheduling issues, planning the holidays. So you and your ex-wife still had quite a bit of contact post-divorce, right?
Yeah, we did.
And how did that go as time went on?
Well, I never stopped loving her, and I don't think she ever stopped loving me, and we ended up getting back together. And big mistake, if I might say that.
And you were like a married couple again, right? Even though you were divorced.
We were a divorced couple. She had all the cards now, and I came and went at her when she let me. Mm-hmm. Which it worked out because she also had a son when I met her, so I had 2 kids. When I met her, he was 2, and he's 16 now. But it was important for me to keep the family unit together, all 4 of us, and I did my best. I did my dead level best.
And you guys are doing activities together. You're living at the house, what, part-time maybe?
Yeah, I come home on weekends, and every other weekend I stay at the house.
And this was the house that was your married house, right? This is the house you bought together while you were husband and wife. She got the house through the divorce. And now all of a sudden, post-divorce, you're living there part-time, right?
Part-time. I knock on the door. If she gets upset with me, I'm asked to leave. It wasn't real. It was fantasy.
Now, during this time, you're also becoming closer with your stepson, because he's getting older and he's wanting a father figure in his life.
And he's not wanting any of this to happen. And
so your relationship is growing, and you guys are doing all sorts of activities together. Your daughter's getting a little bit older. You know, she's getting to do more activities, and you're forming this family bond, or at least what you think is a family bond.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you started to notice some tension, and it was one summer, right?
Yeah, it was summer.
It was hot.
It was hot.
And you came over to, I think, hang out by the pool. You go over to your old house where the family's living. And what happened?
Yeah, my daughter had stayed with me for a week prior, and she wanted to stay with me another night. And I came in to tell Debbie what we were doing, and Debbie snapped. She wanted Callie to go to a babysitter for some reason, and she said she'd spent too much time with me, and we got into a verbal argument, which she attacked me with a beer bottle, and it spiraled downward at that point.
Now, I want to stop you there, Alan. You did not fight back.
No.
Even though she assaulted you with a beer bottle, you were smart enough to, really, you ran, is what you did, because you knew that being violent back wasn't going to help you at all, and also wasn't the right thing to do in the situation.
Yeah.
You knew that.
It's not the right thing at all. But yeah, I left, called the police, and within 2 hours I was arrested for domestic violence on both her and my daughter, which, as we found out later, none of that happened. But
another restraining order. You can't go back to the house, and in fact, you're banned from seeing your daughter. And this is when we meet.
Yeah.
Okay, I had just come to town.
Yeah.
I had been a prosecutor. I hadn't handled any family law cases like this before. And my the other attorney I was working with introduced me to Alan because he had handled your divorce case. And all of a sudden, we're talking to each other nearly every day because you're in crisis at that point.
Yeah, crisis. Yeah, I was in crisis.
You couldn't see your daughter. You desperately wanted to. You're facing 2 counts of assault per domestic violence. And she also went and filed custody modification papers
in another state,
in Arizona and in California, seeking to prohibit you from having any contact whatsoever with your daughter.
Yeah, there was a huge force against me at that point, and I couldn't have done it without you.
Now we took it step by step, right? First of all, we challenged the restraining order, and we were successful. We got it modified so that Alan could have contact with his daughter. And that, of course, forced her to retaliate and run. Because she didn't want you to have any contact with your daughter whatsoever. She was trying to wear you down to where you would just give up and never see your daughter again. But that wasn't an acceptable outcome for you.
No, if one court would say one thing, she would go above it, beside it, next to it. She would go to different courts. And at one time, I think she had 3 different things going at once, 3 different cases, and 2 different counties in California and La Paz County, all at the same time.
Yet we didn't give up.
No, we never gave up. Ever.
We challenged her filings in California. We asked the California judges to come speak to the Arizona judges by phone so that we could let them know what was going on, and they wouldn't hear just her one-sided version of the case. And each time that we did that and the California judges spoke to our Arizona judge, every time the California judges said, California doesn't have jurisdiction here, this is an Arizona case, and we were able to keep the case here, which was really important. And in the long run, we even had to get a warrant that the police officers had to go serve in California to help Alan actually take physical custody of his daughter, because she refused to abide by the court orders ordering her, this is the mother, ordering her to turn the child over to Alan.
It was more than once we left California empty-handed, until finally a detectives team went in to remove my daughter from her, hiding her, basically.
All right, Alan, this just shows the extent that you have gone to as a father to be there for your daughter. And I really want to commend you for doing that, because your love was boundless. You said, no matter what hurdle she puts up, I'm going to continue fighting. And it wasn't always easy. I know there were times that you thought about giving up because she wore you down so much. But
well, financially, I think so. There was times I wondered how I was going to do it, but I never thought of giving up. I thought of giving up the court and letting time go by, but no, we didn't give up at all.
And now your daughter's growing up. She's been highly successful in school.
Straight A student, well adjusted, lots of friends, plays percussion and band, has a trampoline. We live the simple life here in Parker, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right. So thank you all for tuning in. We're going to continue this with one more video. So stay tuned. We've got some more information from Alan to help any of you out there that are facing your own custody battle and are wondering, how do I get through this? What do I do? Can I prevail? And hopefully this is going to give you some encouragement, and know that that love for your child will shine through. And every parent out there that loves and cares for their children should have an opportunity to have that relationship, just like Alan. There was nothing holding him back from being the dad that he wanted to be, other than the mother. So Alan, thank you for fighting, and let's talk some more in the next video.